Home improvement projects are often associated with extended renovations and substantial cost. But sometimes, a quick and simple makeover is all it takes. That is why in this video, I'll be giving you realistic and actionable home improvement ideas that can be achieved in a weekend. While simple, these projects will give your home a fresh and renewed feeling. Paint has the power to change everything, and you can easily get it done in a weekend. Whether that's repainting the walls in your bedroom, refreshing your old bathroom, or repainting your exterior such as your front door to give your house a facelift. It is one of the most budget-friendly yet impactful way to update your home. Feel free to get creative and think beyond the usual when it comes to painting. Have an outdated bathroom but renovating is out of the budget? Maybe paint the walls to complement the tile to make it look sophisticated and modern. Have an outdated window trim? You'll be surprised how a tiny change can make such a big impact. You can even invest some time into refreshing your furniture items with a coat of paint to give it a new life. Spray painting is another great tool for smaller projects. Like the look of your lamp but not its finish? You can spray paint them. Bored of your standard black curtain rods? Just take them down and spray paint them. You don't have to completely redesign your space either. Maybe your walls look dirty and has a lot of marks. You can simply patch and repaint them with the same exact color to give it a fresh and brand new look. If you're not a fan of your cabinets, or if they're starting to look a bit tired, changing the hardware may be the solution you've been looking for. It can be completed in under an hour and will completely transform your kitchen or bathroom without the cost of remodeling. While it may be tempting to pick up any new handles or knobs from your local home improvement store, you need to make sure they are the same size and have the same spacing as your old hardware. You don't want to end up with cabinets with mismatched holes and an uneven look. If you don't mind getting your hands dirty, replacing outdated fixtures like kitchen and bathroom taps can completely change the look of the space. There's many tutorials online and most can be done in a couple of hours. I always find that adding something organic brings so much life into a space. That is why in all of my client projects, there are always indoor plants, not only for added greenery, but also because plants can reduce stress, improve mood, and increase productivity. This weekend, you could take a trip to your local nursery and pick out some new plants and even a few matching pots. If you're on the lookout for an even more budget-friendly idea, ask your friends, family, or neighbors for cuttings of their plants to increase your own plant collection. You can give them some of your own cuttings in return. Some low-maintenance plants that I love include rubber plants, devil's ivy, snake plants, peace lily, and succulents. But there are plenty of other species that work well in indoor environments as well. If you're not so keen on taking care of plants, but still want that shape and texture, look into vases and make your own arrangements. I always include this in my projects as they're a fun way to add different shapes and colors to your space. A simple or dramatic arrangement can completely change your room. Lighting impacts how everything in your home looks, from the colors of your walls to how each decor item looks. Firstly, replace outdated light bulbs to LED ones and make sure all of your bulbs are the correct color temperature. Look for warm white bulbs for places where you relax to give it a cozy and inviting feel. Try not to mix color temperatures within a single space, as it will look jarring. For more flexibility, you may even consider upgrading to smart bulbs, which will allow you to change brightness and color temperatures. Next, think about how you can improve the appearance of your lights. Do you have outdated lampshades? Do you have an old-looking pendant lights or wall sconces? They're relatively easy to replace and can make a dramatic impact on your space. Maybe you don't have enough light in your home. Then consider buying new table lamps or floor lamps. You need to layer multiple light sources at various places and heights to create a visually and functionally balanced room. If you're unfamiliar with these concepts, I highly recommend that you check out my video on how to light a space. Also look at the state of your light switch or outlets. Have they become discolored, cracked, or dirty? Ivory faceplates used to be the norm, but it tends to look old and dirty. Next weekend may be a good time to replace them. It will only take a few minutes to change them, and you can even get cover wall plates that replace the old plate without messing with wiring. Another fun way to update your lighting is by adding ambient backlight, like the Govee InVisual T2, who is the sponsor of today's video. It is a TV backlight system that uses LED to expand what you're watching, giving you a much more immersive experience. What is unique about it is that unlike typical light strips, it actually takes the color displayed on the edge of your TV and expands them, while also doing it in real time. So if the picture or scene changes, the light will also change. It does this through a camera which you attach on the top of the TV pointing down towards the TV. Setup is relatively simple. The lights attached to the back of the TV with a double-sided tape, camera mounted on top, and you go through a pretty simple calibration process. There's plenty of customization options in the app depending on how you want it to look, so you can change the brightness, saturation, etc. The light itself is independent of the TV, so you can also change them as you wish. The LEDs are much brighter and there's 40% more LEDs than the previous generation T1. The great thing about this is that it gives you such an immersive viewing experience, and the color shift is really smooth and subtle, so it doesn't distract you from the actual content you're watching. Plus, bias lighting can also help reduce eye strain, which is a nice bonus. It is a really great addition if you want that full immersive experience when playing games or watching movies and sports. You can check them out via the link in the description below and get $50 off from November 17th to 27th. Nothing dates a room faster than old and drab window treatments, or even worse, outdated vertical blinds. If you have these, it may be a good idea to replace them. There are many options out there, from a nice sheer curtain to diffuse sunlight, a roller blind that gives a clean and contemporary look, Roman blinds which is a classic and timeless choice, or even shutters that work really well in period homes. All of these except shutters are really easy to install and can easily be done within a day. Window treatments done right can change the look and feel of the entire space, but can also completely ruin a space if done wrong. You can check out my video on 5 rules for hanging curtains on how to do them right. Crown molding or wainscoting is a great way to add some detail and elevate the overall look of your home. A relatively simple picture frame molding can add so much charm and interest to an otherwise flat room. While doing them from scratch may take some measurement and carpentry skills, many places are offering ready-made kits that you can just stick or nail on an existing wall, which I'll link down in the description below. Out of this whole list, decluttering is the cheapest weekend home improvement project you can take on. It doesn't cost anything to donate or throw out things that you don't want, need, or use anymore. I always find that decluttering can be a bit of a chore, so I like to start out by telling myself I'll only do it for 5 minutes to build up some momentum. Starting is always the hardest thing, and once I get started, I'll usually end up doing it for much longer. I also find it useful to go back to the Marie Kondo method and ask yourself whether a certain item sparks joy anymore or not. If unsure, put them away in a box and revisit in a couple of months. If you find yourself not thinking or needing it after a few months, it is time to give them away. You can even use the 4-box method where you sort out your things into boxes that are labeled trash, give away, keep, and relocate. Once you've decluttered, the next step is to organize your remaining belongings. Organize your things into baskets, tubs, and hidden storage. Invest in drawer dividers so you can delineate large storage areas into smaller, compartmentalized, and better organized spaces. This will allow you to categorize items so it is much easier to find them. Use stackable boxes to make the most out of your vertical spaces, and label items in your kitchen or pantry so it is easy to find what you need. Not only will it improve the aesthetics of your space by making your home look neat, but it will also increase your productivity. If everything is organized, you always know where your things are and be more efficient. You can check out my home organization hacks video for different ways to use your space more efficiently. Dedicating some time to cleaning different surfaces throughout your home can significantly enhance your home's overall appearance. Spend time cleaning your countertops, backsplash, bathroom tiles, sink, windows, shower screen, and mirrors. All the surfaces that you don't clean on the daily. A clean and shiny surface makes a big difference to how your home looks. Also consider hiring or buying a high-pressure hose to clean your exteriors. They are perfect for removing stains and dirt from your pavings. Going to your local gallery or market and purchasing a new piece of art is always a fun weekend activity, and it can really breathe some new life into a space. If you're looking for something a bit more budget-friendly, go to your local flea market or thrift stores. You can often find original art at a bargain price. Make sure to hang them right and get the right size for your intended space. You can use masking tape to map out how it looks before installing them on the wall. And that is all for this week's video on home improvement ideas. Hopefully, you'll be busy getting some of these things done this weekend. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.